First of all, understand the word angle. What is angle? Sir, angle is nothing but the subtendation, the inclination, or the whatever you subtend angle. An arc subtends at a point. That point पे जो subtendation है, उसे हम angle कहते हैं. Correct? Who subtends it? Sir, an arc subtends. What is an arc? Sir, an arc is a part of a circle. Very good. 3D कर दो इस चीज को. 3-dimensionalize कर दो इस चीज को. मतलब where it's a circle becomes a what? Sir, sphere. Part of a sphere becomes what? Sir, spherical extract. Very good. So, spherical extract, whatever it is subtending, is called solid angle. What is the best possible example I can give you? You know solid angle from way beyond. क्या बात कर रहे हो सर? हाँ. You have been dealing with बचपन से in solid angle. You just don't know it because you are busy eating it. What? Ice cream cone. Array, that ice cream cone, when you pick it up and then you eat it and you are eating it, why don't you notice that it is actually doing that whole, there is a subtending at the apex? You know why you ignore that? Because you are waiting for that small chocolate piece which is embedded नीचे. सारा ध्यान तो वो है that once I finish the cream, I still have some chocolate left to chew. I know, relax, I know. मैं भी वही करता. Anybody who eats ice cream cone, I know there are two phases to be excited. Phase 1, while the cream is there. Phase 2, when the last chocolate comes. Jokes apart. Point बहुत simple है. Point is, whatever is at the apex of the cone, should you call it an angle? Should you call it an angle? बात तो सही है. It's a 3D thing, yeah? अच्छा. Oh, so we have been encountering that. We just didn't pay attention because use नहीं हुआ. So whatever, ऐसे बोलते हैं, whatever is at the base of the cone, I know for sure it's not an angle. But I just got to know today that it is a solid angle. So solid angle is nothing but the angle subtended by an area at a point. What is linear angle? It is the angle subtended by an arc at a point. That's the difference. How do you measure the angle? Arc upon radius. How do you measure the solid angle? Area upon radius square. Mind you, this is an invention. You are inventing this concept. You are correlating things. Area upon square of the radius. Do you get it? What's the symbol, sir? Omega. Not the angular velocity wala omega. That James Bond watch wala brand Omega. OMEGA, Omega watches. The resistance ka symbol wala Omega. Ohms. That Omega. Omega is S upon R square. Sir, what's the unit of angle? Radian. What's the unit of solid angle? Steradian. Okay. अब ध्यान से मेरी बात सुनो. If I ask you, how do you measure the angle, this theta? क्या करोगे? How do you measure the angle? Sir, we will take a compass and we will draw an arc. Of what radius? Sir, any radius. ये लो. And sir, we will say this is L, this is R. And sir, theta will be equal to L by R. Theta is equal to L by R. That means, when the two lines were unequal, why didn't you measure the angle there and then? Sir, I had to draw an arc, no? Golden words. Visualizing an angle is different from measuring an angle. Matlab, even if the two lines were unequal and asymmetric, could you still see the angle? Yeah, theta. But to measure it, what did you do? Sir, I drew an arc. Matlab, to measure an angle, you need to induce symmetry. You need to introduce symmetry. Listen it again. This is a beautiful statement. Visualizing an angle can be between asymmetric lines, unequal lines. But to measure them, you need to create an arc so that they both become radius. Brilliant line actually. In other words, when you will be measuring solid angle, you also need to create an arc. It's just that it's not 2D anymore. It's not an arc. It's a 3D part of a circle. So ये जो radius, ये area किसका है? This area belongs to the part of the sphere. It's a spherical extract upon R square. Do you get it? Read this line again. I'll give you 30 seconds. Read the slide properly and write it down. देखो जरा. Think about it. ये तुम्हारा पूरा स्क्रीन है. Tuck, 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 tuck. This is solid angle, na? And when you eat, even with the half of the ice cream is gone. Did any change happen? Arey yaar, if I have a cone and I keep cutting the base part of it into slices, does the angle at the cone change? No. Aaya samajh mein? So angle visualization is different, angle measurement is different. What do you need to measure angle? You need symmetry. And if it's not there, what do? You create it. How do you do it? Sir, for a circle, for a line, we create a circle, arc. And what do you do for an area? Sir, we have to create a spherical extract. So, sir, when the formula is area upon radius square, that area is not any area, sir. That area is not any area. In fact, I'll leave you with a beautiful example. Think about it. Ye cone hai. The problem with cone is it's deceivingly symmetric. Let's say the radius of the cone is r. And let's say the slant height is L. If you don't create the symmetry, you will actually end up saying, sir, the solid angle at the apex is pi r square area upon L square, sir. Wrong, Baba. Wrong. Horribly wrong. Why? Because the base of the cone is a disc. It's not a part of a sphere. Wrong. So the solid angle at the apex is not pi r square upon L square. गलत है वो. So sir, क्या करें फिर? Make it a part of a sphere somehow.